The Golden State Warriors just made a huge mistake. As you all know, Kevin Durant has requested a trade, and it has been rumored that the Golden State Warriors are looking to trade for Kevin Durant and bring him back to the Golden State Warriors to win another championship. So in today's video, we're going to be going through 5 reasons why trading for Kevin Durant is a huge mistake and why it's a bad idea. I know a lot of you in the comments have been mentioning they don't want KD back, so we're going to be going through that in today's video. So don't forget to like the video, and guys, if you do want more Golden State Warriors content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. 99% of you aren't subscribed, so it'd mean the world if you could subscribe. But let's get into the first reasons why I don't think Kevin Durant should come back. And the first reason being, in order for Golden State Warriors to trade for Kevin Durant, they are going to have to trade too many key players. Now, as you all know, Kevin Durant is still an NBA superstar, so in order for you to trade for him, obviously the Brooklyn Nets are going to want a really good deal. Now, it has been rumored around the league. We've heard Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, all these players talk about who Golden State Warriors would have to give up, and players like Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, and even players like Draymond Green would have to be on the cards in order for Kevin Durant to actually come back. And I think that's just too much given away for someone of Kevin Durant's caliber. Kevin, although he is a great player, he's getting older by the day. I'm pretty sure he's around 34 years old, so he's getting older, and to trade away young players like Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, who are putting up some great numbers this season and will only just get better as time goes on, I honestly don't think it is a great decision to make. You had a team that already won the NBA championship, and I honestly don't think that adding KD back would make them even any less better, because they got a really good roster right now. And by the looks of it, Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole, I think taking those two over KD is still a good decision. Andrew Wiggins, for example, actually had 17.2 points per game this season, and Jordan Poole actually had 18.5 points per game. Now, Kevin Durant, back when he played in the Golden State Warriors, was averaging around 25 points. So them two players alone definitely make up for the loss of KD, with Wiggins and Jordan Poole playing at such a high caliber. And to lose someone as well, someone like Draymond Green, and I heard draft picks also need to be involved, I think honestly it is way too much to give up that much just for one player, although KD is a great player. Reason number 2 is Kevin Durant isn't the same Kevin Durant that he was back in the Golden State Warriors. As you all know, the Brooklyn Nets has been an absolute crazy show, with Kevin Durant playing half-half games and Kyrie Irving barely making an appearance. I don't think I've seen that guy in an NBA game in the last 45 years, but obviously I'm just joking. But when it comes to Kevin Durant, he did have a solid series against Boston, but a lot of people were very upset with how poorly he did perform. He still put up some great stats, but you do see that Kevin Durant isn't really the same player. Don't get me wrong, he's still a beast, but for his caliber and getting older as time goes on, he is obviously starting to slow down. Injuries are starting to become a thing, and obviously that's something Golden State Warriors shouldn't really look for. So like I said, don't get it twisted. Kevin Durant is still a beast, but for his caliber of playing, it's not really necessary to get someone of his caliber for the Golden State Warriors. And you know why? Because Stephen Curry has filled that spot. Now, don't get me wrong, Stephen Curry was Golden State Warriors. Honestly, he was the one running the team, but obviously he didn't win the MVPs because he had to make way for Kevin Durant in order for Kevin Durant to do what he does best, which is score. And like I said, Steph Curry still did a great job during those series when they did win back-to-back championships, but obviously he did have to make way for KD. But now Steph Curry is stepping up to the plate and he's playing better than ever. So it's really unnecessary to get someone of KD's stature or KD's status, because Steph Curry has already filled that role. Draymond Green actually said it in a recent interview that when they lost their series to Cleveland, they wouldn't have won another NBA championship the following season if they didn't get KD. And I do think it's because Steph Curry hasn't really fully developed into the absolute dominating shooter he actually is, but nowadays he is honestly a beast and he can't be stopped. So Steph Curry has definitely taken KD's role, which was his role back in those back-to-back championships. And as happy as I am for Steph, I really don't think it is a smart idea to trade for KD when Steph Curry already fills that superstar position. Reason number 3 is the headache of dealing with Kevin Durant. Now, what I mean by this, like I've talked about before, the Brooklyn Nets this season was honestly one of the most craziest seasons for them. I even heard the Brooklyn Nets GM said he just wants to get rid of KD and Kyrie and never want to look back. There's even old players like Goran Dragic who actually came out saying that playing with KD and Kyrie all they care about is stats. They really don't care about winning. And I think that's just not really good when it comes to what Golden State Warriors are trying to achieve. They want to win championships. They're not looking to have, I guess Steph drop 30 or 40 every single game. They want to win no matter what. And I think that's what's made Golden State Warriors such a successful team. They're all very humble and they all sacrifice what they do in order to fill their role. Steph Curry, obviously, he did put up some great numbers in the playoffs, but I feel like if you ask Steph Curry, would it be okay for him to only drop 10 points but win the championship? Steph Curry would take that sacrifice. And, it seems like KD is at that phase where he just wants to score 30, 40, 50 a game and show everyone he's the greatest scorer instead of actually winning. And I think that's something, like I said, Golden State Warriors don't need. They're here to win a championship, and it doesn't seem like KD is going to sacrifice in order for them to do that. So I honestly think that, the play styles and the mission or goal that they have, when it comes to Golden State Warriors and KD, I feel like it just doesn't align and it won't be a good result at the end. Right now, when it comes to the team, you see Jordan Poole, you see Andrew Wiggins, you see all these players that could probably drop 30, 40 easily, but they all sacrifice that. They all play within the team, no matter if they drop 10, 20, or whether they just have to play defense. Jordan Poole coming off the bench, I think what he has done when it comes to him showing and, thinking of re-signing, even though he has to come off the bench because of Steph Curry, it shows, his humility, and it also shows that he just wants to win at all costs. And that's what I absolutely love about the whole maturity of these players, even at such a young age. KD, on the other hand, all he wants is to drop 40, post it on Twitter, and do all that stuff. So I honestly think that it won't be good for Golden State Warriors moving forward. He may play selfish if he decides to come in the team, and he doesn't really care about winning anymore. KD just wants to drop 50 and tell everyone about it. So I think that is going to be a big problem if he does go over to Golden State. I know Brooklyn Nets and the GM has even come out saying that KD and Kyrie, it's a big headache. And, even though Kyrie was pretty much gone, KD still causes a lot of problems for this organization. So although Kevin Durant does want to win another NBA championship, and it was also rumored that Kevin Durant was very annoyed that the Golden State Warriors won this year, I think it's safe to say that Kevin Durant is not willing to sacrifice his points, his assists, his rebounds in order for them to do that. So it's just not a perfect fit. Honestly, Golden State Warriors will be better off without KD, and it's only going to get or hinge in front of Klay Thompson, in front of Steph Curry, Draymond, and even other players such as Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole. They'll just hold them back, and in all honesty, they are playing at such a high level, they don't want to risk losing that. Reason number 4 is Kevin Durant's salary will hold up the Golden State Warriors for years to come. Now, what I mean by this is that Kevin Durant's salary right now is all the way until 2026, so he's going to be around 37, 38 years old, and he's going to be very, very old. Now, for the current season, he was actually getting paid around $40 million, and in next season, he's going to be getting paid around $44. Now, by the end of his contract, it's actually going to be at $54 million, so that is honestly insane, and that is too much to be paying, especially for someone who's pretty much nearly 40. Now, no disrespect to Kevin Durant, but I honestly don't think it's good for Golden State Warriors to spend that type of money on a player that old. Now, Golden State Warriors are already in that luxury tax, so they're already paying luxury tax at a very, very high bracket. So for them to add someone like KD and to be paying that luxury tax on someone that is pretty much getting older by the day, I think it's just not a good strategy. And on top of that, they're going to have to give up a lot of, draft picks. I've heard from other offers that were on the table. I heard Lakers actually offered a couple for KD and also for Kyrie, and it says that Brooklyn Nets want a lot of draft picks. So in order for Golden State Warriors to actually land him, they're probably going to have to give up a couple of years of draft picks, maybe first round, a couple of second round as well, in order for that to happen. And I just feel like Golden State Warriors will be jeopardizing its future in order to make for a better today. And I don't think that's a smart idea, especially with a lot of these players at their peak. I think Steph Curry as well, and with Klay and Draymond getting older and older, you want to still have these young players around in order for them to actually prosper. Reason number 5 is I don't think Kevin Durant fits the play style of the Golden State Warriors right now. As you all see, guys, especially if you watch the NBA Finals, you see the ball movement that really is involved in Golden State Warriors. It's really wrapped around Steph Curry and, working off Andrew Wiggins, Klay, Draymond, and even Kevon Looney, and especially Jordan Poole coming off the bench. And I feel that if they add someone like KD, that will all be stagnant. Such players such as Klay and Steph, what make them really great is they're not really ball dominant scorers. Now, what that means is, yes, Steph Curry can, do a couple of drill moves and get a shot up, but he's very quick with it. KD, on the other hand, he needs the ball in his hands a lot in order for them to actually see him do effective things. But with Steph and Klay, they can run around a bit, catch and shoot, and do all these great things. And I think that's what really makes a big difference. I feel like back then, yes, it did work, but in today's game, with everyone getting better and as time going on, we see a lot of teams really implementing team basketball, and it seems that Steph, Klay, Draymond, and all these younger players have really, dialed that in and found the secret sauce to that. So I think it's honestly amazing to see what they have done this year. In all honesty, adding a player like KD and getting rid of players like Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, Draymond in order to actually make that trade, I don't think that's a smart trade, because as these players get older, obviously they're going to get slower. So you want to have those young guns in the team in order to really bring that tenacity to it. And that's what Andrew Wiggins does. That's what Jordan Poole does. They really bring that athleticism to this game, especially to the team. And it really makes Golden State Warriors hard to guard. You got to focus on Steph, but then you got to focus also on Andrew Wiggins, driving to the basket, Jordan Poole running around, Klay Thompson running around. So I think, honestly, it won't really be a perfect fit. But guys, let me know down in the comments, is Golden State Warriors making a mistake trying to land Kevin Durant once again? I'd love to hear your comments and what you say about it. Thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Peace.